For a long time, there has been an extremely tedious debate in the gaming community claiming that all Souls-like games should have a difficulty selector. But just as there are many games created from an artistic vision like Soulslikes, the difficulty is intrinsically tied to the message the game wants to convey. But even though many have already talked about this, there is a certain community within the gamer bubble that simply ignores all of this and wants a bunch of companies to change their games, their artistic visions, just to please them, even though they'll play the game for an hour and give up, even on easy mode. And every time, this discussion comes back as if it were something new. So let's face this issue head on. Does it really make sense to add an easy mode to games of this genre? By the way, if you do that, would the game still have the same impact it has today? Obviously, the perspective of someone outside the bubble would be, of course it would. The argument is, but everyone should be able to play the game. And no, I'm not going to use the overused German please argument, blah blah blah. You're talking to me about accessibility, right? Okay, I'll take on that challenge. Before the video starts, I need to make it clear that I have a goal to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So go ahead and subscribe. It costs you nothing and helps me a lot to make more videos like this one. Souls-like games aren't hard just for the sake of it, okay? That's kind of obvious and the basic answer for anyone who likes this genre, but actually it's the opposite. They're hard because they force you to break the bad habits you pick up from other games, where you can just finish the whole game by pressing a single button. They were made to shape you to play differently, with calm, patience, and learning. For example, Life is Strange. Before you judge me, don't get me wrong. These games can absolutely be masterpieces, just like many other narrative-driven games. You might find this style of game amazing. I don't really like it, but that's fine. Now, have you ever seen me asking for hack and slash combat to be added to Life is Strange just because I don't like narrative games? No. So why do you want Souls-like games to change just because someone doesn't like the difficulty? Then the frustrated crowd comes in. Oh, but it's no big deal, just add a difficulty option. It is a big deal, damn it. Here, the whole point is that every victory comes precisely from frustration, from trying, and from overcoming. Taking that away with an easy mode makes everything lose its weight. And no, don't bother commenting below. Oh, so you're telling me that all these victories, all this defense against easy mode is about ego? Check this out. When there's an option, the easy mode, any achievement becomes debatable. Oh, but you can just put it on easy mode, man. That kills the pride and ego of those who really dedicated themselves to the challenge. And worse, it becomes an excuse for you to take the easy way out when frustration hits. You get that thought, damn, if I had just switched to easy mode, everything would be over. In other words, the psychological impact is already destroyed even if you never use easy mode. And yes, ego is involved. But here's the catch. In Souls-like games, ego is part of the experience. The game's design is specifically made to mess with your pride and make you feel a sense of achievement that no other genre delivers. And that feeling of relief, victory, pride, anger, and overcoming obstacles is what defines a Souls-like. Taking that away is taking the soul out of the game. But I know a lot of people are going to talk about intent, so let's get into it. When a game is planned from the very beginning, there's a goal set for each genre. Hack and slash, to make you feel powerful. Adventure, to make you feel euphoria. Open world, to give you immersion. Souls-like, to make you feel good after getting your ass kicked in an extremely tough battle. And if you take away that intent, it's no longer a Souls-like, it's just something else. But what about inclusion? Alright, hold on, because now I'm going to make a lot of people angry. Inclusion isn't about shoving everyone into the same work. For the love of God, change this mindset. Inclusion is about offering a variety of works so that different audiences can find what they like. That's why there are all kinds of games. Narrative, simulators, puzzle, hack and slash, hero shooter. It's not my opinion, it's a concept. Real accessibility is providing tools like subtitles, dubbing, adapted controls, and colorblind modes. That's what's truly necessary and doesn't mess with the essence. Now, changing the core difficulty of the game isn't accessibility, it's stripping away its identity. Oh, but it would be easy to just create an easy mode and that's it. Exactly. And it would be even easier to create a brand new work from scratch designed for those who want that kind of experience instead of altering an already established franchise. It's like asking to change the ending of a classic movie just because you didn't like it. You can even write a fanfic, but it's no longer an original work. And before anyone says anything stupid, I'm not talking about representation, about being gay, about gender, none of that. Interpretation, damn it. I'm talking about messing with the central premise of a work, with an artistic vision. And another thing, you talk about inclusion, but you forget that the market already offers options for everyone. If you don't like your favorites, there are thousands of other games waiting for you. Video games are exactly this reflection of different tastes and adversity. You find card games, racing games, building games, narrative games, puzzles, hack and slash, FPS, there's something for everyone. So it doesn't make sense to want to change a single genre to cater to everyone by adding inclusion. Just because you felt frustrated, damn it. That doesn't make sense. Oh, but I just wanted to enjoy the story. Alright, but I hate to break it to you. So Soulslikes just aren't for you. And there's nothing wrong with that, it's totally fine. Go watch a lore summary on YouTube, check out an analysis on TikTok, or watch a video explaining every item. But wanting an easy mode just for that is to ignore the very atmosphere, which only has real weight when you struggle through it. The pain, the fear, the death, that's what makes a Dark Souls-like world immersive. And of course, there's always someone who says, but I don't have time, I work, I study, I have a kid. I wish there was an easy mode just so I could enjoy the game too. Man, I really do respect that. But the problem is, the game isn't going to change its concept just to fit your schedule. It's like wanting the Champions League final to change its time just because you work during the same hours. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Every work has its own audience, and it's okay if you can't play all of them. There are games I don't play myself because I don't like them, or because I don't have the time or the patience. That doesn't mean the work has to adapt to me. And continuing here, speaking only to those who want to talk about the story in Souls-like Light only has impact because the gameplay is punishing. There is no lore without pain. The atmosphere, the NPCs, the bosses, the messages on the ground, everything is built on the feeling of defeat and overcoming it. And if you want the story without the effort, you can watch a detailed summary on YouTube. There's absolutely no shame in that. What's shameful is wanting an entire experience to be watered down just to please you. And my final message is this: Souls-like games don't need an easy mode because it's not a flaw that needs fixing. It's simply a genre identity. It's what sets this style of game apart from the rest of the market. If you enjoy Souls-like, welcome to the challenge. If you don't like it, there's a whole universe of other games waiting for you. But demanding that FromSoft add an easy mode to a Souls-like doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen, and you need to learn to live with that. Souls-like isn't made for everyone, and that's exactly what makes the game special. And if you don't get that, maybe the game really isn't for you, and that's okay. Just accept it. That's it. I enjoyed clearing up this discussion once and for all. I hope you liked it, and I'll stop here. See you next time.